Hello and welcome everybody to another BeybladeX news video. And I don't know what they expect me to do when it comes to my wallet because it's turning to dust. We just possibly got the release schedule for the first part of 2025 really leaked, which all the release schedules always leak for Beyblade or Beyblade X so far. So we pretty much know ahead a gist of what we're getting, but nothing too detailed or revealy. So I think it'll be nice to go over. But let's just get into it. Here we go. Really blurry, so sorry. I'm sure we have up to January on the previous leak, but this one starts February 2025 with a BX39 select random booster. I don't quite remember what the difference between a select and a random booster is. Uh, Here, let me see. Will we random select? Okay, yeah, I was right. So from what I remember, select random boosters are the ones where it's three Beyblades and just three versions of the same one, and then a random booster is just a bunch of different random reskins of bays with at least one main new bay that probably has a recolor of itself in there as well. But the prize bay is the main version that has like a new bit in it or maybe a new ratchet. It's usually a new bit. Uh, Kind of a shitty way to start things off, but I can guess why, because it's looking like uh right after that we're getting a whole new launcher, a rubber grip A and B, a whole new gear case, and CX, a whole new series. So I'm assuming with BX40 coming out in the same month, that so far we can probably assume that maybe the launcher grips are a little different for CX. Hopefully not, because that'll be a little annoying. But it also could be just an updated, better launcher. Maybe winder or string, we don't know yet. Uh, Aside from that, that doesn't really matter too much. Uh, and then we have the rubber grip A and B. I'm assuming that's just like a easier to hold grip that uses rubber instead of a bunch of plastic. I think that'll be cool. I probably won't get it, but I depending on what this launcher is, I'll probably be getting that. And a new gear case. I'm assuming if this is coming out at the same time as CX, the bays might be a little different. So the current gear case that we have may not really work that well for CX bays. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm really hoping CX bays aren't too different, like extremely different, to the point where we're completely abandoning BX and UX. But seeing how the very next month we have a UX starter release, so the 14th UX Bay, I'm assuming that's not the case. Because I don't see the point in completely abandoning all the previous bays and making them immediately obsolete. Because who knows what the gimmick for ZX is going to be yet? We don't know. We're assuming it's custom line, so it might just be more customizable bays, like maybe adopting the energy ring or the god chip thing from energy ring was from Metal Fight, and then god ring was or god chip was from Burst. Just something in the middle probably to add more weight or just to customize your bay. I'm assuming that's what it is. Usually when we get a new gimmick, it's mainly messing with the middle, top middle of the bay, because I mean they'd have to completely change the format if they mess with too much on the rest of it. But yeah, we get two starters, a booster. So two starters means it's gonna come with a launcher. I assume if BX40 is a new launcher, it'll be the same launcher in CX01 or CX02. I'm hoping BX40 is probably just like the left winder, because I know this is around the same time as the anniversary set, which I think BXG13 might be that anniversary set, BX00 starter, or it's something completely different. Who knows? I don't even remember what it's called. Hmm. Let's see. 25th anniversary. Uh BX00. Oh, Beyblade X. No, it's just BX00. I don't think they called it BXG13. It might be the same thing. It probably is. But not only do we get that two starters, we get a booster, which means just on its own a different CX bay, and then a CX04 entry set, which means maybe an updated stadium, or something like that. Well, all the entry sets are a stadium, but it might be updated. It might not, but it's going to have two CX bays. Maybe new, maybe the same as CX01 and CX02, or maybe CX03 will be in there. Who knows? I'm hoping CX04 will be its own bays included or recolors or updated. Something new. UX14 in April, and then CX05 a random booster, which is different from a select random booster. So unlike Rail Wave, which is three bays, but they're all technically the same bay, just different colors of each other. It's going to be, if it's the same format, two colors of a new bay, one with a new bit, one with not a new bit. The one with the new bit's going to be the prize bay, as I mentioned. Uh, and then there'll be like two, three other bays in there as well that are unassociated. And then at the bottom, we have a select random booster again, but this time for CX, so that'll be three of the same bay, but recolors for each. Uh, so far, pretty stacked lineup. I wasn't expecting them to get into CX so fast. I thought we were gonna go UX for a little bit longer, more unique gimmicks. But I think they might just want to shift away from BX and have UX on the side, but mainly start on CX so they can get all that uniqueness in and a more just mess around with things a little bit more with a new format, so they can call it do something different and do all this stuff. And maybe if they have to, they can fall back on doing more UX releases if people don't really like the CX, and then they can fall back on BX and CX, but BX and UX. But other than that, it's looking like we're moving on, and we're getting the new generation of Beyblade X. This is the around. It'll be around 2 years when CXs start coming up. That from when Beyblade X actually released in Japan. Not exactly 2 years, but pretty close. So we're definitely moving faster than I was expecting. I thought they were gonna drag this out, kind of like they didn't exactly drag it out with Burst, but it felt dragged out because in my opinion, Burst was kind of boring. But I really like the anime, but not really the gameplay you got with the base. But I'm excited. I can't be too excited though. I have to be pretty cautious because we don't exactly know how CX is gonna work. I think if it's something simple where they just take the Facebolt and energy ring thing from Metal Fight and adopt it, and maybe hey, we have a few energy rings and face bolts that are a little bit heavier, just to try to make those some lighter releases better. Or maybe it's something where we can add on to existing BX bays, where the can also make them better, but it's more well suited for CX, but maybe make some of our BX releases better, because a lot of BX releases instantly, once UX came out, were instantly squashed. I mean, the meta is the same right now. There's not a team in competitive that doesn't have a Wizard Rod, so maybe CX will help with that. Maybe it won't. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it's gonna be interesting and stacked. I'm looking forward to March. It sucks that it's pretty far away, but we do have a lot of releases coming up anyway, so it's not too extreme. But with Samurai Saber coming up on the second, same with Crimson Garuda and the Night set. So and then we have two in December, and then maybe one or two in January. I'm not quite sure what's set for January. Maybe we have a break. Who knows? Hopefully not. I don't want my content to go dry. But either way, yeah, that's pretty much what we got, and those are my thoughts. So go ahead, like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment down below, something constructive or destructive, whatever you prefer. And y'all have a great day.